Welcome to Impact Signals, social impact at the scale of AI. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Sarah. Today is February 16th, and the biggest AI summit ever hosted in the developing world just opened its doors.
The India AI Impact Summit kicked off this morning at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. 250,000 attendees expected over 5 days, 20 national leaders, 45 ministerial delegations, CEOs from Google, NVIDIA, Microsoft, OpenAI, all in the room.
What makes this summit structurally different from Bletchley Park or the Seoul Summit is the framing. India is positioning its digital public infrastructure model, DPI, as a fundamentally different approach to AI deployment. Instead of vertically integrated tech stacks controlled by a handful of corporations, India's pitch is AI as a public utility, like roads or electricity.
Sam Altman called India a future full-stack AI leader. And the summit's 7 thematic tracks include safe and trusted AI, AI for health, and inclusion for social empowerment, all directly relevant to humanitarian operations.
But the sharpest moment came from UNDRR Sujit Mohanty. He essentially told the room that brilliant disaster AI apps are useless without legal backing.
His exact words, "Glorious apps will sit there as dashboards." The core problem, district magistrates, the officials who actually decide when and whom to evacuate, cannot legally rely on AI predictions. There's no accountability framework, no enabling policy. The AI says evacuate, but no human has the legal cover to act on it.
This is the clearest articulation I've heard of the gap between AI capability and disaster response action. Global disaster losses are roughly $200 billion annually. The technology to predict and prevent much of that damage exists, but without regulatory scaffolding, it sits in a dashboard nobody's authorized to use.
Mohanty called for India's frugal AI approach to be exported to less resourced nations. Build it cheap, build it deployable, and critically, build the legal framework alongside it.
Meanwhile, a study published in Nature Scientific Reports dropped a sobering prediction. An AI model calibrated on famine early warning systems data projects that climate change alone could push 1.1 billion people into severe food crises by the end of the century.
600 million of those are children. Africa faces the heaviest toll. 170 million people could face starvation in 2099 alone. But here's what's interesting about the methodology.
The model uses only temperature and precipitation data, no detailed socioeconomic inputs. That sounds like a limitation, but it's actually a breakthrough for deployment. Most humanitarian organizations working in famine-prone regions don't have granular economic data sets. This model works precisely where traditional models can't.
It could plug directly into FuseNet and World Food Program early warning systems. Minimal data requirements, maximum reach.
On the healthcare front, India announced 2 major AI initiatives at the summit: SAHI, Strategy for Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare for India, and both, Benchmarking Open Data Platform for Health AI. Both is the one to watch. It creates open benchmarking datasets so health AI models can be transparently compared. That's a critical gap that's been blocking adoption in low-resource settings.
Open benchmarks for health AI. If you can't measure which model works best in a rural clinic in Bihar, you can't deploy with confidence. Both solves that.
Now, a very different kind of finding. A benchmark study of 346 nonprofits found that 92% now use AI, but only 7% report major organizational improvements.
92 to 7. That's a brutal ratio.
It's the adoption impact gap. 81% are using AI individually. No shared workflows, no governance, no integration. Nearly half have no AI policy at all. The report's conclusion is that organizations seeing real impact embed AI into cross-functional workflows. It's not about the tools. It's about redesigning how work actually happens.
For humanitarian organizations considering AI, this is the finding to internalize. Adoption without workflow redesign is a trap.
2 more stories. Kerala outlined an AI disaster preparedness roadmap at its Vision 2031 conference. AI-driven heat stress predictions at granular administrative levels, mobile-first emergency alerts building on lessons from the devastating 2018 floods, directly transferable to other climate-vulnerable regions.
And China made history of a different kind. updating its National Emergency Response Plan to classify AI security incidents alongside natural disasters. Loss of human control, unforeseen incidents, they're the first nation to put AI containment inside their civil defense framework.
That's a significant precedent. It means AI risk management now lives in the same institutional infrastructure as earthquake response and flood management in the world's second-largest economy.
On the active monitoring side, Tropical Cyclone Gazani hit Madagascar with 250 km/h gusts, second cyclone in 3 weeks, 59 dead, 16,000 displaced, 400,000 in acute need. Damage estimate $142 million.
East Africa drought continues. 4.6 million affected. Sudan conflict. Humanitarian appeal has reached over 860,000 people, but humanitarian access remains severely constrained.
That's your Monday briefing. If this is useful, subscribe wherever you get podcasts. Share it with someone working at the intersection of AI and social impact.
Full research and sources at impactsignals.ai.
Stay ready.